Is there such a thing called having a good eye? Has anybody ever come to you after looking at your photos and said to you, you have a good eye? Above everything to consider regarding the question, what makes a good picture? Well, key fundamentals of the art of photography must be observed in order to come up with this conclusion. Otherwise, you will end up with a picture that looks like this. Well, as part of my top 10 photography tips series, this video will be focused only on rule of thirds. Cue the beat. Anyone can take a photo, but very few know how. The rule of thirds is one of those photography essentials that must be followed if one has to say they have great photo compositions. Consequently, this is exactly what separates a good photographer from a master photographer. Subtle differences like that. Knowing and applying this rule will help you make your pictures far more interesting and help you stand out from the rest. How you arrange and place your subjects and objects within a frame is part of the essential process of composition. However, the rule of thirds will help ease the process of actually knowing where to place your subjects and objects within their particular frame. An amazing fact is that rule of thirds is one of those essential tools at your disposal that, if not applied well, or if not applied at all, can demolish your photography business. On the other hand, something as simple as knowing this rule, simply knowing it, can transform your work forever. Now, the learning curve is as easy as remembering to focus on your subject before pressing the shutter button. That simple. The rule of thirds is essentially breaking down the photograph into a matrix of 3 visual layers. These imaginary layers could be horizontal or vertical depending on whether it's portraiture or landscape photography. This matrix should leave you with 9 equal rectangles. Your main focus should be on the intercepting points. As a beginner, it's advisable to use the grid within your camera setting. However, the longer you practice this technique, the more it'll become second nature, because you'll start seeing the grid in every frame with or without the camera setting. In this grid, this is where you want to place your points of interest or where the subject must be placed. For me to explain the landscape part, I'm actually going to travel up the mountain to Big Bear. So let's go together. Let's go. So in landscapes, this grid helps you place the horizon on the 2/3 line. For your composition, utilizing this tool, you can use either 2/3 landscape or 1/3 sky, or invert it and use 2/3 sky and 1/3 landscape. To further add on to the comprehension and understanding of this relationship between negative space and interesting elements, think of it this way. In any given situation, you want to give your subjects space and room to either look into, space to breathe into. Failure to do so, you will be creating what is called a claustrophobic image. Woo! That sounds great. Claustrophobic. I need to call my attorney. Hold on. Hey, I want to copyright a word. Claustrophobic image. Claustrophobic. Coin it. Yes. I hope you found this material very helpful. If so, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you aren't already. Ring the little bell right next to the subscribe button so that you can get an automated notification every time I upload a video. And I will see you on the next video. Peace.